Stem and leaf is what we're looking at in this video. It's split into 6 parts. So we can start off by looking at drawing stem and leaf with double digits, and then double and single digits, then double and triple digits, and then with missing stems, and then with decimal numbers, and then finally looking at interpreting stem and leaf over, looking at averages, so that's the mean, median, mode. So doing my videos work, I'm going to do the example on the left, which is I do. You are then going to press pause, and I've got the example on the right, which is you do. So here we've been asked to draw a stem and leaf diagram of the following. Now, in order to draw a stem and leaf diagram, it would look something like this. Okay, so on this side we have the stem, and on this side we have the leaves. Now, how do you know what goes where? So we're going to start off by finding the smallest number. So the smallest number here is 12, and then what is the largest number? So the largest number here is 37. So with the smallest number, the stem is going to be 1, and the leaf is going to be 2. And then with the largest number, we can put that in here. That means this stem, missing stem here, is going to be 2. So now that we have the, in fact, I'll rub this off. So we'll start by just looking at the stems. So that's how you get the stems. The smallest number was 12, so the stem became 1. The largest number was 37, so the stem became 3. And then we've got a 2 in the middle, that's what's left over. So now we're going to work through these numbers and cross them off. So the first one is 29, which means you can put a 9 in here. Now, it's important to note that the leaves, which is this bit here, can only ever be single-digit numbers with no commas. And then the next one is 13, so we put a 3 there. The next one is 36, so we put a 6 there. The next one's 27, so we put a 7 there. And we have 32, so we can put a 2 here. Then we have 16, that goes there. 37, that goes there. 24, that goes there. 16, that goes here. And then we have 12 finally, that goes there. Now with this, we're not done just yet. You do need to put this in order. So we're going to draw the same thing again. And all we're going to do now is we're going to put everything in order, which should be nice and quick. So we have 1, 2, 3. So the first one becomes 2, 3, 6, 6. The next one becomes 4, 7, 9. Let me just extend this line. The next one becomes 2, 7, 6. And then we can just cross this off. So that was the rough one. Here's the final answer. And remember, you always need a key. So with the key, we're just saying that 1, 2 means 12. Okay, so you do need a key for the final mark, and it needs to be in order. So hopefully you've pressed pause, and I've got an example on the right here. So the first thing you would have done is found the smallest number. So the smallest number here is 21. The largest number here is 48. So that then tells me the stem will start at 2, and it will go up to 4. So we can have a 3 in the middle. And then I could just cross them off. So that's 8, that's 1, that's 29, that's 27, that's 46, that is 42, that is 30, that is 48, that is 21, and that is 34. So that is that there. And now what we need to do is draw the same thing again and put it in order. The reason we don't put it in order when we did the first time is just that it's a lot quicker and easier and less likely to make mistakes if we just do with crossing numbers off. 0, 4, and then we have 1, 2, 6, 8, 8. So we can cross this one off. And then remember, you do need the key to get the final mark. So the key here, we can just go with 2, 1 means... You can use any number for the key, by the way. You can use any number within the leaves to show the key. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go now. Here are the answers. Mark your work. Now, moving on, we are looking at single and double digits. So here we're going to pick the smallest number as usual. That is 3. And the largest number here is 27. Now, it might seem a bit unusual. You might think, well, what is the stem of a single digit number? So with 3, the stem is going to be 0. Okay, then we have 0, 1, and then 2. So 3 can go in there, 8 can go in there, 14 is there, 19 is there, 22 is there, 6 is here, 27 is there, 11 is there, 20 is there, and 25 is here. So that is that done. And now we need to put this in order. So I'm going to draw the same thing again. And remember to cross the top one when you're done. So 0, 1, 2. So that is 3, 6, 8, 1, 4, 9, 0, 2, 5, 7. And remember, no commas in this. Let me just space this out a little bit so it doesn't look like 68. And then we have the key. Cross this one out. That was just a rough working. And for the key, we can just go 0, 3, 3. And again, hopefully you've pressed pause and had a quick example on the right. So single digits, remember, start with a 0, 1 and 2. So that's the smallest here. What is the largest? 26, is it? 29. Okay, so we can just go through this now. So that's a 4, 18, 23, 29, 5, 12, 26, 9, 17, and 21. And now we're just going to put this in order. 4, 5, 9, 1, 2, 7, 8. And then we have 1, 3, 6, 9, and then we have the key. 1, 2 means 12. So here's some. No, there's no practice. Actually, we're moving on. Double and triple digits now. So the smallest number here is 82, and the largest is 101. Now remember, with the leaves, with the stems, the leaves can only be single digits. So when we're looking at this case with 101, that means there'll be a 10 here. And then we have a 9 and an 8, because the leaves can only be single digits. So the leaves are what I'm putting on this side, and the stem is what's on the left. So working through there, 97, 100, 85, 92, 88, 95, 101, 83, and we have 99. So we're just going to put this in order now. So I just put this in order. That would become 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 5, 8, 2, 5, 7, 9, and 0, 1, and then for the key, we have 92 means 92, like that. So again, hopefully you've pressed pause and had a got the example on the right. So with this one here, we are going to draw the stem and the leaf. So that then becomes 84, and the biggest is 100. So we can just go 8, 9, 10. That's stem done. And with the leaves, we're just going to cross these off as we go through. 98, 84, 94, 100, 87, 96, and 102. And now we're just going to put these in order so that becomes here. And remember, just cross off your rough work, So 8, 9, 10, and that becomes 4, 6, 7, 9, 1, 4, 6, 8, and 0, 2. Cross this off, and remember to do the key. So the key would be 8, 4, means 80. And again, the key can be any of them numbers. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. And now moving on, we're looking at triple digits. So with this one, the smallest here is 141. So the stem is going to be 14. And the largest here is 166. So the stem is going to be 16. So remember that the leaves can only be single digits. The stems can be double. So that's going to be 14, 15, and 16. And that's 141. That's that covered. That's that covered. That covered. And we're just working through this now. 148 and then 154. And now all I need to do is the same thing again, but just put it in order and draw the key. And I have done this question. So that's 14, 15, 16, 1, 5, 7, 8, 0, 2, 4, 9, 0, 6. And then we have the key. 1, 4. And this line is a little bit long, yeah? So the 1, 4, and then 1 means 1, 4, 1. And looking at the example on the right, so again, hopefully you press pause and how to go. So 101. And the biggest one here is 122. So that will be 10, 11, 12, 1. and we're just going to, and remember to cluster off working out. I almost forgot on that side then. So looking at this, 10, 11, 12, 0, 2 is already in order, 1, 7, 9, 1, 2, 5, 8, and 9. You just separate that a bit so it doesn't look like it's too close. And then we have the key, so 1, 0, 1 is 101. So here we're looking at a case with missing stems. So sometimes a stem can have a missing number. It might not always go up evenly. And what do I mean by that? So 3 is the smallest and 37 is the biggest. So we have, and actually we would go, well, actually we have 0, 1, 2, and then we have 3. So we can go 3, and then we can go 8, and then we can go 14, 19, 32, 6, 37, 11, 30, and 35. Now, you notice there's nothing in this one here. So when you draw this again to put things in order, you do not need to include that stem because that stem's not got anything in there. So you can just go 0, 1, and then 3. So that will become 3, 6, 8, 1, 4, 9, 0, 2, 5, 7. Okay, so that is all there is here. Sometimes a stem could be missing, and as usual, remember to do the key. So here we can use 0, and then a dash, not a slash, whatever we call that. 3 means 3. Again, hopefully you've pressed pause and had it with example right. So with this one, the smallest is 53, and the largest is 103. So we can go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 59, 82, 91, 57, 84, 96, 100, 53, 89, and 103. So notice this and this, well, I shouldn't put the cross there, but these two don't have anything in there. So when we draw this again, we don't need to put them two sort of missing stems in there. So if I draw that again neatly on the right, and as I said before, remember to cross out your working out from before because we don't need that anymore. So here that will become 5, 8, 9, 10, and that will become 3, 7, 9, 2, 4, 9, 1, 6, 0, 3. We can cross this out, and then we can say the key. 5, 3 means 53. And moving on now, we're looking at examples with decimals. The exact same rules apply with decimals as well. The leaves can only have one digit. So looking at the smallest number here, that is 1.1. And the largest here is 3.9. So the stems would be 1, 2, and 3. So if I cross them off, that'll be 3.1 there. That'll be 1.4. This will be 2.0. This will be 3.8. This will be 2.7. This will be 1.1, 3.9, 2.3, 1.8, and 3.4. And now I just need to redraw the same thing again and put them in order. So 1, 2, 3, that'll be 1, 4, 8, 0, 3, 7, 1, 4, 8, 9. And then for the key, we have 1, 1 means 1.1. Again, hopefully you've pressed pause and had a good example on the right. So the smallest number here that I can see is 3.2, and the largest number here is 5.9. So we can put that off. So that'll go 3, 4, and then 5. And I probably didn't need to draw this line this long, so just rub that off. So we have a 3, 4, and a 5, and rub that off, and we can put that in. That's that, 5.3, 4.1, 5.0, 4.4, 3.9, 5.6, 5.8, 4.8, 5.9. So that is that there. And that now needs to be put in order, and I've forgotten to do it again, but remember to cross off your old working out once you've done the reorder. That's 4, 1, 4, 8, and that's 5, 0, 3, 6, 8, and 9. And so we're going to cross this off because we don't need that anymore, and then we just need to put the key. So for the key, we have 3, 2 means 32. No, not 32, sorry, 3.2. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. So moving on, we're now looking at interpreting stem and leaf. So here we've been given a stem and leaf of ages of people. We've been told the key 1, 2 means 12 years old. How many people are there? So altogether, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 people altogether. How many people are over 30? So if I look for 30, 3 starts here. So there's 2 people over 30. That's 33 and 34. Work out the range. So the range is the smallest, take away the biggest. So the biggest number here is 34. And the smallest number here is 11. So if I do 34, take away 11, I get 23. The next one is the modal age. So that's the most common one. So I can see there's 2 8s here. So that means 28 is the most common one. And then it says the median. Now with the median, we know we can just use the formula. The median is the middle. So we can just use the formula n plus 1 divided by 2. N is how many people there are altogether. We already know that there's 10 people. So if I substitute that into this formula, I have 10 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 11 divided by 2, which is 5.5. Now this is telling me that the median is at the 5.5 position. So I'm going to count now. This is 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. 5.5 is here. That's telling me the median is in between 23 and 26. So I'm going to do 23 plus 26, divide that by 2. So if I do 23 plus 26, I get 49. If I divide that by 2, I get 24.5 years. Now, another way I see people do the median is they just cross 1 from there, 1 from there, 1 there, 1 there. You keep crossing 1 from each end. So if we cross 1 there, now you're left with these 2. So if you cross this and this, you know that the median is right there in the middle. Okay, so that's another way you can do it. So you know it's going to be between 23 and 26, and the number between them two is 24.5. Now, hopefully you've pressed pause and had a good example on the right. So we know they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is 10 people again in the race. How many people took less than 23 seconds? So that's just these 2. Work out the range. So that's 22 point... No, sorry. The biggest number here is 24.8 minus 22.2. 24.8 minus 22.2, that gives me 2.6 seconds. That's the range. What is the modal time? So I can see that these 2 are common, so that will be 23.9 seconds. And what is the median? So the median is just the middle. So again, we know there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people altogether, so we'll be at position 5.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know the median is in between these 2. What's between 7 and 9? So that'll just be 23.8. And if you wanted to calculate that, you could just do 23.7 plus 23.9 and divide them both by 2, and you get 23.8 seconds. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. And if you'd like some more practice on this, I have got a full worksheet linked down in the comments below over on the website. And if you found this video useful, I've got loads of other content like this on my channel. Do check it out.